Locked and loaded, live, direct.
All right, bro. Yeah, so we back with another
Put some
episode,
respect
man. Locked and loaded. Gonna go ahead and dive in.
for sure.
First off, I was seeing this on ESPN a little while back. They was talking about, I think, Carmelo Anthony and Dwight Howard or Amari Stoudemire had just got inducted to the Hall of Fame. They were kind of posing the question if they
Yeah,
deserve to be in the Hall of Fame and kind of what criteria it takes to make it in the Hall of Fame. So I just want to throw some names out there. And I want you to tell me if you think they deserve to be in the Hall of Fame or not. Then after that, we can kind of discuss if what the criteria we think should be to be inducted in the Hall of Fame. But starting off, man,
for sure.
Amari Stoudemire, what you think he deserves the Hall of Fame? Not.
Nah, he's got some good highlights though. Next,
Got some good highlights, but I mean, if
for sure.
you're talking about any stats that deserve to make it to the Hall of Fame, it'd be his tenure in Phoenix, right? Because after Phoenix, where he was in New York,
Yeah,
a little while. I mean, you can give a little love to New York.
yeah,
He did his thing in New York, but I mean, I think the prime of his career was in Phoenix, right?
yeah, for sure, for sure.
And he was a perennial all-star. He was a perennial all-star in Phoenix.
Yeah, for sure.
So you say no, but he has some good highlights. You say you don't think he deserves a Hall of Fame now, but he has good highlights. Okay. How about how about Carmelo Anthony?
Yeah,
You say you had a Carmelo Anthony?
yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Landslide.
Why you had a
for
Carmelo
sure.
Anthony and no to Amari?
Carmelo Anthony is Carmelo Anthony is he's like a generational player. He's a bully in the post. He has strong fundamentals.
But
He's
so was Amari. Amari was a bully in the
complete
post.
player. Yeah, but he don't got that jab step. He don't got that jumper. Period. You
He
can't
he
rely on
don't
that
he don't have
jumper.
he don't have that he don't have that smooth
Carmelo
jumper. No,
Anthony?
nah. Carmelo had a much better
No.
a much smoother jumper, mid range and 3-point. He had a nice little back down game. I mean, Carmelo was a full
jab
package.
step,
Really nothing he didn't have.
his jab step alone. One dribble, two dribble, jab step, one dribble, two dribble, pull up, jab step, one dribble, pull up, two dribble.
The coldest is hoodie Melo though. The coldest is hoodie Melo.
Yeah, you know.
So what about Dwight Howard? Orlando Magic took him to the finals.
He has good highlights. He's Superman, but no, not Hall of Fame. No.
So let me
yeah.
So with Amari, I don't think he should make Hall of Fame. I agree with you on that. Melo's up in the air for me. Like you said, Melo's like a generational player. Melo's one of those players, man, where I think the only thing that's keeping him from like a lot of some of the conversations that he deserves to be in is his lack of postseason winning, his lack of championships.
That's fair.
Dwight Howard, though, I think he deserves at least a look at the Hall of Fame. He deserves a nod. Being able to take his team to the finals the way he did when he was in Orlando, he was honestly he was considered the best center, probably next to Shaq in the league. He was on par with like just being unstoppable
for sure.
Defense. He was almost like a Mutombo type, Olajuwon type player. Like to me, like Dwight Howard embodied
for sure.
Yeah, like a little bit of Shaq in him, a little bit of David Robinson, little Olajuwon, little Mutombo. Like he was a really just well-rounded center. You know what I mean? The only thing that he didn't have was like a perimeter jump shot, but he was a center at that time. You didn't need one.
Yeah.
So I would say Dwight Howard deserves.
I think Dirk
the Hall of Fame. What about Chris Webber?
I think Dirk. I would probably take Dwight over Chris Webber. Chris Webber's he's fundamentals. He's a complete.
You would take Dwight over Chris Webber?
Anthony Trump him. Yeah, for sure. And then I'm taking Dirk over all of them.
I don't know. Dirk definitely.
I'm taking Dirk over all of them.
Dirk. I don't even think.
Yeah,
I don't even
for
think
sure.
That's like
hands down.
Dirk being in the Hall of Fame. He definitely deserves his Hall
hands.
of Fame.
Landslide. He wiped down Bron and Kobe in their prime.
As far as Chris Webber, I think what stopped him from really achieving all he could achieve was injuries. Because Chris Webber was dope like his first 7 years in the league. Like Chris Webber he
Yeah,
was that guy. He was
that's fair.
like a KG. Like he had that nice little perimeter jumper, nice little
Yeah,
smooth little back down game. He was a
for sure,
great passer. You know what I mean? Like
for
he was the
sure,
nucleus of that Sacramento team that used to give the Lakers headaches.
for sure.
So I mean,
Karl Malone trumps Chris Webber though.
I would I would say no to Chris Webber in the Hall of Fame just because of like the injuries and stuff would stop him. I would say no to the Hall of Fame. What you say about Vince Carter?
There's several players that come before him.
Well,
Barkley comes
as
before Chris
far as like
Webber.
the Hall of Fame,
Garnett comes
I don't
before.
think that you have to look at like it's not like a All Star team or like a top five. You know what I mean? You don't have to boot nobody out the way to put them in the Hall of Fame. You know what I mean? Just based off of
Right,
their
right,
production and record, do they
right.
deserve to be in the Hall of Fame? Not compared to anybody else, just
Oh,
off of
that's
their.
for sure. For for sure.
What about Vince Carter?
He's a highlight reel. Hall of Fame? Nah. Can he jump?
I I,
The best.
I agree.
I
I
think
feel
he's the
like Vince
best dunker.
Carter's in that same league with like an Amari Stoudemire, like amazing player. And like the only reason I would say like maybe put him in the Hall of Fame is what he did for the auxiliary parts of basketball as far as like the All-Star game, the dunk contest. Like he revamped that.
For sure.
He brought that back to life. He made that it was amazing. That
Yeah.
what was that 2000 what year was that? 2001? 2000 I think that was 2001.
I can't
But
I think it's early
But
two I think it was
we had
early
never seen
2000 for
anything like
sure.
that, or we haven't seen anything like that in a long time. So based
No,
off of
Vince
that
Carter's a
alone,
legend.
like he brought that excitement back to the game. So I would say he deserves the Hall of Fame nod for that. But other than that, as far as just his full career,
Hell nah.
he had an
Hell
awesome career,
nah.
but I don't think he had enough in the postseason. He didn't have enough win. He didn't win enough in the postseason to be able to say because I think that matters. I think what you're able to just like with Tracy McGrady. I think if he could have produced more in the postseason, then he would deserve uh, the Hall of Fame more. Uh,
He didn't win anything.
what about Rasheed Wallace?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. He's a junkyard guy for sure. Yeah, Rasheed Wallace for sure. Yeah.
you say he's a junkyard
For
dog.
sure. Yeah, like he's gritty, he's fundamental, he's smart, you know, he's tough. You can count on his jumper for sure. That 10 feet, 12 feet, 14 feet, that's him all day.
Rasheed Wallace was one of
That's
the
all day.
first big stretch power
Yeah.
forwards back in the day. Like
Yeah.
he could come out and hit that
Yeah.
three for you. You know what I mean? He had that smooth little
For
jumper.
sure.
He was a
For
great
sure.
defender.
For
Really
sure.
solid defense.
For
High
sure.
head, brought you great
For
energy.
sure. For
As far
sure.
as Hall of
For
Fame,
sure.
he did help the Pistons get that championship. I don't think they could have won it without him.
He, he's automatically in it just off that alone. He won one. I think he won a
For that
chip for
reason,
sure. He's in there for
I would
sure.
give him a nod. Yeah, I would say he deserves it for that reason. And also too, I'm a little biased.
For
I'm a
sure.
Rasheed Wallace fan. You know what I mean? I always like Rasheed Wallace. So I would say yeah. What about Sean Kemp?
Yeah. And he stayed a nigga the whole way through too. He stayed a nigga. That's fair.
He
He
stayed
didn't
a
wear no
bona
man
fide nigga.
person.
Like he stayed a bona. Yes, he kept it street the whole time.
He stayed a
What
nigga the
hey,
whole way
I give him
through.
the nod for that one too. He deserves that one. Like he never switched up
Yeah.
on it. Same
Yeah.
with like stacking them too. Even light skinned ass Matt
Yeah.
Barnes.
Yeah, I like Matt Barnes. He stayed a nigga the whole way through. I like Matt Barnes.
He did,
Yeah.
he did. But what about Sean Kemp?
Yeah. No, he's a highlight, bro. He's the first Griffin Blake. That's fair.
He's the first
highlight
Blake
reel.
Griffin.
That's fair. Hall of Fame? No way.
But I mean,
Huh?
there's plenty of like Sean Kemp. Even back then, he had Dominique Wilkins like a highlight reel. Clyde the Glide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of Sean Kemp back then. But yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think he
Not
brought
even Clyde
anything
DeGride.
besides.
Not even Clyde deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
I don't think Sean Kemp brought anything besides like those amazing posterizing dunks. other than
Yeah,
that,
he's
I
a
don't think
highlight reel, but Hall
he
of Fame,
created a
no,
resume that would allow him into the Hall of Fame.
no,
So
not even Gary Payton's Hall of Fame.
here's one that
Maybe, you know
I
what?
don't
Because Gary Payton won one,
is
maybe.
GP in the Hall of Fame? I'm not sure if he's in the Hall of Fame or not.
Ma- I, I think because he won one with at the end, he won with that. He snuck one in with Miami.
If anything, I think Gary Payton deserves it over Sean Kemp. Gary Payton won Defensive Player of the Year as a guard.
Yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
who else has done? I think like only one other player has done that, and that's Michael Jordan. So yeah, for that reason, I would
Yeah,
definitely would
he's
give
called
it
the
to
glove for a
GP.
reason. He's
So
called the glove
I'm gonna
for a
throw a
reason.
name
That's
at you
fair.
that I, it's gonna be a good argument, but Mark Price. I don't know how much you know about Mark Price in his
No.
career.
He can't guard anybody on the pick and roll, and he's way too small. No.
Yeah, he can.
He can't even grab a rebound.
Yes, he could. What are you talking about?
You said Mark Price.
Mark Price.
Yeah,
Yeah,
come
he
on,
averaged.
man. He's
And
okay,
listen,
but come on, man.
listen.
John
He's a
Stockton
guard.
comes before
Why are you
him.
talking about him? Why are you talking about him grabbing rebounds? He's a guard. He's not expected to grab rebound. He's expecting. He was a shooting guard, a hell of a shooting guard. He was Steph Curry before Steph Curry. Like he was wet from the three. He averaged like 6.5
That's
assists a
fair.
game.
That's fair. I didn't say he wasn't nice, but nah, not Hall of Fame.
He
No
averaged like
way.
six. He
Bird
averaged
comes before
6 assists
him.
a game. He was a part of 50-40-90 club. Like don't
Danny Ainge
disrespect
comes
Mark
before
Price.
him. Bird.
Don't disrespect Mark Price. That's what I'm saying. But keep saying
McK-
before somebody. Not,
McHale comes before him.
you don't have to bump nobody. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter who's before. You don't have to bump nobody to put somebody in the Hall of Fame.
No, I know. I'm just doing compare and contrast. Like, he's nice, but no, come on. No, Bird comes before him. That's fair.
But Bird's he's in like
Danny
they're already
Ainge
in the
comes
Hall of
before
Fame.
him.
They're in the Hall of Fame. We're not talking about that's what
Yeah.
I'm saying. That's an irrelevant subject because for one, they're already in the Hall of Fame. But you don't compare anybody's career to get in the Hall of Fame. It's based off of their sole production. You know what I mean? You don't compare two to see like if you're doing like a top
Yeah,
five or something like that,
yeah, that's
then you
fair.
would compare that. But in the Hall of Fame, there's room for whoever meets the
Yeah.
criteria. So when you be like, oh, somebody deserved
Nah,
before
not
them, it's
Mark
like,
Price.
nah, that's not true. They deserve it as well as them. You know what I mean? So just based off his criteria, though,
Yeah, that's fair.
you say no.
Nah, that's fair.
Okay. I would say
Price, yeah. No, you know what?
I agree.
Nah,
I
not
agree.
Mark
I don't
Price.
think he deserves a Hall of Fame nod. He was a solid player though. He was a solid player, but I don't think he deserved a Hall of Fame. I don't see what he's done that it was significant enough for him to make the Hall of Fame. Besides him, though, I think his only argument would be like being a part of 50-40-90 club. And I don't know how many years he was a part of that club. But that's a hell of a feat. That not many people are a part of that club. 50-40-90 club.
Right.
Right. So what about Joe Johnson? ISO Joe.
You said what?
What about ISO Joe? Joe Johnson.
Nah, he's good though, but nah. Nah.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think he deserves Hall of Fame now, but honestly, I was a big ISO Joe fan. And people be sleeping on ISO Joe. Like he was a automatic bucket for you. If you needed a bucket, he would get that bucket for you.
For sure.
But
For sure, ISO Joe, for sure. Man.
Well, I'll talk about this when we're done. So how about Kevin Love?
No. And he's a champion too, and still no.
I'm gonna say yes. I'm gonna say yeah. Kevin Love deserves a Hall of Fame nod for one. Like you mentioned, he was a part of that. He was a part of that historic comeback, that 3-1 comeback with LeBron.
Yeah.
Not only that, before he came to the Cleveland Cavaliers, he was an automatic like a double-double. He was a walking double-double in Minnesota. Yeah. Like he was putting up like 30 and 20. You know what I mean? Like he was putting up 30 points and like 15 rebounds a game. So I mean, I would give it to him. I would give it to him. Kevin Love. He had to change his role and become a different player, which every player has to do playing with LeBron. You know what I mean? Like you have to dim your light to play with LeBron. So I'm not going to count that against him.
Okay, that's fair. Okay. Who does he guard though? Who can he guard?
Oh, he's not he can't guard anybody. He has no defense at all.
Okay, that's okay.
No defense.
Okay, that's honest.
Whatsoever.
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
He's an offensive
That's fair.
juggernaut though, in the right
All right.
circumstance. Um,
That's why I
what
said,
about
nah,
Blake
he's
Griffin?
part of that 3-1, but not Hall of Fame. No way.
I already know what you're gonna say because you mentioned him earlier in the same breath as Sean Kemp. But what about Blake Griffin?
Fuck no. Not even on his best day. No, not
Not a
him.
Hall of Famer?
No way, not Blake.
No way,
No.
no way, Jose.
No way. He's barely I don't even think he's an all-star.
He's a perennial All Star. He's an All Star. What, like 6 years? I think he's a 6-time All Star.
He's okay.
He's made All NBA. I think 5 times.
Man, he's okay. Yeah, he's all right. Yeah, he's all right. He's all
So
right.
I agree. I don't
That's
I
fair.
don't think Blake Griffin deserves to be in the Hall of Fame.
No.
Um,
Hall of Fame? No, never. Not Hall of Fame. No way. He's barely an all-star. No way. Barely.
nah, I wouldn't say he's barely an All Star.
He
He's
had a
definitely an All
run.
Star for his time period for uh the team he played on. He was a part of Lob City, fucking L.A. Clippers. Like they were exciting to watch because of him. Because of him, DeAndre
Yeah.
Jordan,
Yeah,
Chris
that's fair.
Paul, like they were exciting to watch. So, I mean, he was an all star, but as far as like Hall of Fame, yeah, I don't think he deserves a Hall of Fame nod. Just not enough winning, not enough stats for me.
No,
Yeah.
for sure, not enough.
What about Rajon Rondo?
Yeah, for sure. For
I agree.
sure.
I
Yeah,
agree.
he
I
won one
think I
too.
think he
He's
definitely deserves to
intelligent
be in the
too.
Hall of Fame. Rajon
For sure.
Rondo is an elite
For
point
sure.
guard. He's actually Rajon Rondo is a lot smarter as a point guard than people understand. Like Rajon Rondo is a hell of a point guard. Um, especially
Yeah, he
back
is
when he was Boston
smart.
Celtics day. I would say Rajon Rondo deserves it. And then last, just kind of threw this
Yeah.
one in there just because he was a great player to watch, very fun. I enjoy watching this guy. Talking about Jay Crossover, Jamal Crawford. Now, listen. Let me make a
Yeah.
slight argument for him.
I'm gonna say yeah.
He's the only
I'm gonna say
3-time
yeah.
Six Man of the Year winner, automatic bucket. Um, you
Yeah.
know, I would give it to Jamal Crawford just because he made being a 6 man like a thing. You know what I mean? Like he made it a
Yeah.
desirable fucking position to have. So then you start having people like Lou Williams, you know what I mean, who was a hell of a 6 man. Then you start having people like Lou Williams, who was a hell of a 6 man. He made it to where like being a 6 man was actually like a cool thing. You know what I mean? So like to me, I would
Yeah.
I would
For
definitely
sure.
say Crawford deserves it not. You said yeah,
For
for
sure.
sure.
Yeah. Jamal Crawford, for sure. For sure. Oh yeah.
So
I'm
so
taking
with that
Jamal
being
Crawford
said,
even over Pittman.
the first what 5 players I named, they're already in the Hall of Fame. So Amari Stoudemire, Carmelo Anthony, Dwight Howard, Chris Webber, and Vince Carter are in the Hall of Fame already. With the newest additions being
Yeah.
Amari Stoudemire and Carmelo Anthony, I believe. And then the other people we named are
Um,
not in the Hall of Fame
and
yet. And of course, Kevin Love is still an active player, so
Carmelo
he's not
Anthony,
gonna he can't qualify for the Hall of Fame yet. Jamal Crawford just retired, so I don't think
Rajay
he qualifies.
Rondo. If you put Rajon on a team, your chances of winning the championship go up. If you put Carmelo on the team, your chances of winning a championship go up. So yeah,
I
Hall of
don't
Fame
I
for
don't
damn
agree with
sure.
that. As far as like I agree with you as far as Rajon Rondo, yes, because that's showing improve. Two different teams he's done that for. But Carmelo Anthony never showed that. He never showed that putting him on a team,
Yeah.
he would be the catalyst to get you to a championship. He never even got them to the finals.
No, no, no. He's a scoring machine.
Absolutely. Like you said, he plays hella bully ball. Smooth. This one of the smoothest jumpers the league has ever seen.
Hands down. Period.
So, with that being said, what do you think? Like, what are some of the criteria that you think deserve to be like? What do you think should be looked at when choosing a Hall of Famer?
You said we choose a Hall of Famer?
When choosing a Hall of Famer, what criteria
Efficiency.
should someone look at?
Efficiency. Plus minus. Efficiency. Turnovers. Plus minus. Yeah, for sure. Winning. Do you affect winning? Are you a winner? Kobe, winner. Allen Iverson with the team he had, hands down, landslide, winner. Isaiah Thomas, Hall of Fame, winner for sure.
For sure.
Charles Barkley, he's a winner. He just couldn't win. He was in the Jordan era. Nobody
But
could
he,
fault
he
him for
deserves the Hall
that.
of
He
Fame though.
couldn't do it. No,
He definitely deserves the Hall of Fame though.
he's huh?
He definitely deserves the
Oh,
Hall of
hands down,
Fame.
for sure,
MVP.
for sure,
Took a team to
for
the
sure,
finals.
for
Took the
sure.
team to the conference
Reggie
finals
Miller,
with Pippen. What's up?
yeah, Reggie Miller, yep, Reggie
Reggie Miller.
Miller, Hall of Fame,
Reggie Miller is definitely a Hall of Famer.
yep.
So I think a lot of things uh should be looked at when you're talking about the Hall of Fame. For of course, overall stats, career stats you should look at. But that's just like one aspect of it. Like
Right,
I said, I think your ability to rise in the postseason and be effective in the postseason should play an effect. Should have an effect on whether you get into the
right,
Hall of Fame. Your
right.
cultural impact on not just the
Yeah,
the game of not just NBA but also like world in the world. Like for instance,
right.
um, you got Allen Iverson. He has cultural
Jersey
influence as
sales, he
far as
probably,
he brought hip hop and NBA kind of together. You know what I mean? Like before
yeah,
his influence,
yeah,
NBA wasn't really into hip hop like that. But then once NBA
yeah.
2K come out, and you have Allen Iverson, you got hip hop is a major. It's like the number one genre in NBA now.
Are you a rock? You got to be a rock star. Do you sell out tickets? Do you
You got to
sell
be a
out
rock
arenas?
star. You got to be a rock
People
star
pay.
in certain
You
aspects.
have to
To
be a
me,
rock star
to make
for
Hall of
sure.
Fame, yeah, you got to be like some kind of rock star. You know what I mean? So yeah,
You have to be selling jerseys. Allen Iverson sells jerseys. Michael Jordan sells jerseys
Michael Jordan
and
sells
ticket sales.
jerseys.
LeBron
Like
James
honestly,
sells
Rajon
jerseys
Rondo,
and ticket
when
sales.
when the Celtics had their little dynasty for those few years, he was selling jerseys.
Yeah. Let's see who else sells jerseys that has won. We're not even going to talk about Chef Curry. Put him to the side. Everybody knows everybody knows he's the greatest shooter, hands down. That's like a given, right? He sells tickets and jerseys. Hell yeah, he's a Hall of Fame.
Hell yeah,
Mhm. Jokic, he sells
Jokic is definitely
jerseys
one
and
of
he
the Hall of
sells
Fame because
tickets.
he's like a unicorn. He's something we've never seen
Hall of
before.
Fame. Hall of Fame.
And that's another
Kevin
thing too.
Garnett.
Like I think
Sell
when you can bring a different
jerseys.
aspect of the game that no one's ever seen before, I think like you're unique to the game. I think you deserve a Hall of Fame nod too. Like for instance, like Yao Ming.
Right.
Yao Ming was like a fucking 7'6" Chinese guy. Just based off of that, he deserves to be etched in the Hall of Fame because there's never been another Asian that has came into the
No.
league and put up the numbers he was able to put up.
No.
Like Yao Ming was tough in his
No.
day.
Yeah, he was. Even little Lin Sanity had like he had a moment. Not like a run, but he had like a little moment.
Man,
That's
that was
it.
a gimmick, bro. That was a gimmick though. That's different. He had a moment for like what
He
two
had
months
a run, though. He
for
had a
like the
little
last three
moment
months
though,
of the season.
nonetheless. That's
But
fair.
But it was fake though. I mean, he wasn't a good player. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like he had
No.
a nice little run of I don't know. He had an amazing run where he was
Yeah.
averaging like 30 points a game somehow. But yeah, other than that,
You know how hard it is? Even the average 20 is hard.
it is. It is. It is. Especially like people don't understand like in the league, right? In the NBA, it's a lot of politics involved, right? So trying to average something like that in the league is
Yeah.
different because you already have like you come onto a team that already has a set all-star or a superstar. They get all the first shots. You know what I mean? You got to kind of find where fit in where you get in. And then say so happens one of the stars
Yeah.
gets hurt, then that's your time to step up and try to see what you can do. But usually there's like the person that gets the touches and the looks is already established. You know what I mean? It's not like high
Yeah.
school fucking rec ball where anybody can just jack up shots. If you're fucking who's a role player, say Asar Thompson. If you're Asar Thompson, you go to the Lakers when they had uh, LeBron, you have to sit back and be like the fifth person that gets a look at a shot because you got Luka
Yeah.
Doncic, you got Austin Reeves, then you got LeBron, then maybe Oscar Thompson gets a look.
Yeah.
And that's if they
Yeah.
put DeAndre Ayton to the side. You know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, it's definitely
Luka
difficult.
Doncic already what he's a Hall of Famer already. Period. Luka Doncic is already a Hall of Famer.
Definitely,
Period.
definitely a Hall of Famer.
He's already in there for
He's
sure.
breaking he's breaking records from Michael Jordan and LeBron James already. Like he's broken a lot of their records already
Yeah.
for like youngest player to get to
He can
something.
put the ball in the basket. He can
And he's
score. He can
slow.
score.
And he's slow. How does he do it when he's slow?
They him and Jokers have learned how to slow the game
But
down.
they
I've
know
never seen anything
they
like
know
it
how to
before
use
in
their
my
body
life.
very well. They use their body very well. They're very strong. They're very strong. They understand the angles of the court. They understand the angles.
How are you
Fundamentally sound.
guys playing jungle ball
Not to mention,
full
these guys have
speed,
been playing,
but you guys are slowing it down?
but these guys have been playing professional basketball since they were like 13. They've been playing with adult men since they were like 13. That helps with their learning curve as well.
They slow, they slow down a fast paced game. Unbelievable. Talk about playing at your own pace. Unbelievable. I've never seen no shit like it before in my life.
Um,
Joker, when he backs you down, most people average 3 dribbles. He's using 5 and 6 sometimes at one time.
that's because he's acting as a floor general. He's setting up the court, so he can do that because
Yeah.
he's basically like a point guard, a center point guard.
Yeah.
So yeah, he
Yeah.
has to take some extra
Yeah.
dribbles so he can let the play develop.
Yeah. Yeah.
But let's switch gears. I want to know, do you think so? Two questions here. Do you think Eminem belongs in the GOAT conversation? And is he in your top five?
And he definitely belongs in the GOAT conversation. Top 5. Not top 5, maybe top 10 for sure. Because I'm gonna put Tupac before him. I'm gonna
Fair enough.
put Tupac and maybe Biggie, Hove,
You said maybe
maybe
Biggie?
Hove.
Well, you said maybe
Yeah,
Biggie?
maybe Biggie. Yeah.
But you got Ho for sure, but maybe Biggie.
Yeah. No, I said maybe Hove, Biggie, maybe Hove, Biggie. And then, I mean, mine is Tupac and Biggie and maybe Hove and Nas, rock him just because, yeah, he's not maybe not my top 5, but top 10 for sure.
For
For
sure.
sure.
Respectable. Respectable.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
I'm with you on that. So I
Top
think he definitely
7 for
deserves.
sure. Maybe
What's that?
top 6.
Huh?
I said top 7 for sure. So outside of maybe putting Nas over him and Big and Pac and just because of Hove for the culture, I only see maybe 4 or 5 people ahead of him.
I can dig it. So, all right, so I'm gonna try to break this down as best as I can. So I agree with you. I do agree that he does deserve to be in the GOAT conversation. He definitely deserves to be in the
Hands
conversation.
down, landslide.
Um,
Landslide. Landslide.
is he in my top five? Definitely not. Definitely not. Um, but I also have like, I break my top five into like different categories. Like I have an overall top five, just a base top five. But then I think you have to kind of like break it down to different attributes uh, as far as like technical skills. Who's your top five in technical
Yeah.
skills? Uh, who's your top five in like flow and delivery? Who's your top five? You know what I mean? So I break it down into different kind of
Yeah.
categories.
Yeah.
As far as like my overall top five, no, he's not in my top five. I may put him in my top 10. I don't know. Honestly, I have other white rappers ahead of Eminem. For my personal taste.
Ooh.
For my personal taste, I have LP. Um, I have Mac Miller. Um, Asherah.
I know you fucking lying.
Why
I
would I,
know you fucking lying.
why would I be lying? I just said it's for my personal
Yeah,
taste.
get the
Why would
fuck
I
out
have a
of
personal
here.
huh?
Mac Miller,
Yes, Mac Miller. Let me finish. So
Austin Rosh.
as far as technical skills, I think Eminem is like top 3 technical skills, right?
Fair,
Um,
fair.
but I don't listen to rap for technical skills. You see what I'm saying? Like I listen to rap for a multitude of different
Yeah,
reasons. I listen to rap for the feeling that it gives me, or just music in general. I listen to the music that I
yeah,
listen to for the feeling it gives
yeah.
me. I listen to the different raps that I listen to because of the content, because I can relate, because they're talking about
Right,
shit that
right,
I've experienced personally. You know what I mean? Shit
right,
like that. So Mac Miller,
right.
when Mac Miller raps and the stuff that he raps about, it aligns more with my personality and my experiences in life. So that's why I choose like a Mac Miller over an Eminem. Even though I think Eminem may be technically more skilled than Mac Miller, I enjoy Mac
Hands
Miller's
down.
beats, contents, and all that a little bit more. He has a personality that aligns with mine, like kind of more of a player,
Right,
fun, loving type of personality. So I like Mac Miller. LP,
right,
I like
right.
LP because LP is like political. He has a statement.
Wait,
He
who's
has like a
LP?
message.
Wait.
Yeah.
Who's LP?
So I don't know if you ever heard of a group called Run the Jewels, Killer Mike.
Brother, what?
There's a group called Run the Jewels. It's with this guy named Killer
Run the
Mike.
Jewels. Okay.
Run the Jewels, yeah, it's this guy named
Okay.
Killer Mike. Uh, and then LP. LP is a white dude.
Okay.
Killer Mike's a black dude, and they had a group called Run the Jewels. It's a dope group. If you haven't heard them, you should check them out. They have conscious content.
Okay. That makes sense. Yeah.
So yeah, so those are reasons that I would pick other rappers ahead of, as far as white rappers. I would pick them over Eminem. Um, but like I said, I respect Eminem. I love Eminem's ability. You know what I mean? I think that whenever he's on a track, he absolutely rips it, hands down. Yeah, one of the
Easily.
greatest.
Everybody heard
So
Renegade. He got the best of Jay on that one for damn
I miss
sure.
the old fun Eminem, the Eminem that was on drugs. I miss that Eminem because he was fun. He was. I never meant to give you my girl. That was a whole, you know, great fucking interesting story. Now his raps are like depressing and shit. You know what I mean? Like he's talking about beating his wife and like it's depressing now. You know what I mean? Like when he was doped up, he was fun. Sober Eminem is depressing. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
He's still
Yeah.
technically so fucking dope. And I think he's even technically better now than he was before. But his content just
Yeah.
I liked it better when he was young,
Yeah.
when he was drugged out.
Yeah.
You know, just to be honest.
That's fair. That's fair.
And I
And yeah, and
honestly
he signed 50
even
too. So yeah.
what's up?
I said M signed 50 too. So yeah.
You say M sign 50?
Yeah. And then 50 signed the unit. So yeah. I like G Unit.
I was about to say, even when it comes to horrorcore, like, because he's considered like a horrorcore rapper. I would give it to like Brother Lynch over
Hardcore? You said hardcore? You said hardcore?
horrorcore, like a horror movie, but
Horror.
horrorcore.
Yeah, yeah.
You ever heard of that?
Yeah. No.
So yeah. Oh, okay. So Eminem, Brother Lynch. I forgot this other dude's name. He's in prison for like eating somebody's body. Some crazy shit he did. But there's a few rappers that do. It's called horrorcore, where they just rap about like, cause you know how Eminem raps about like killing his baby mom and shit, killing his mom and uh kidnapping his fucking step family and all that crazy shit. So they consider that horrorcore.
Yeah.
But like I
Okay.
grew up on Brother
I never knew
Lynch,
that.
and Brother Lynch, like that's his shit, eating baby guts and
Yeah.
rib gut cannibalistic shit.
And he's
But
from
yeah,
Garden
so
Block too, for sure.
I think with Eminem, right? Because so for instance, I think there's another Eminem that doesn't get the love that Eminem gets, and that's Royce the 5'9", right? I think Royce the 5'9" is just
He's
as
nice.
technically, Huh?
He's nice.
Yeah.
He's
So
nice.
I think Royce the 5'9" is
He's
just as technically
nice
skilled as
for
Eminem,
sure.
but because he's black and is expected, he doesn't get the same notoriety as Eminem. Eminem gets the notoriety he gets
You're
because he's doing
expected
it like that and he's white.
for sure.
You know what I mean?
I like Roy. He's nice. I watched his freestyle on the LA Leakers. I
Oh
must have
yeah, yeah.
watched that at least 5
It's
times
big.
over.
He got off.
Yeah, he sure did. I don't know how much of that was freestyle, but
Oh yeah, I'm pretty sure it
nonetheless, that
wasn't.
was very well.
Most cats don't freestyle. Most cats don't freestyle, man.
That just sounds too
That's why I
well
respect
written
those
and
that do.
rehearsed for
Like even
damn
if you mess
sure.
up, like I respect you if you freestyle. Like when O'Malley, I don't know if you've seen
Yeah.
that infamous that infamous clip of O'Malley trying to freestyle and shit, and he's like, like trying to ad lib some of his freestyle and stuff. It's like, bro, it's not easy. Like that's
No, I
not
don't see
easy.
it.
It's not easy. You know who's a dope freestyler though? You know who's really dope at freestyling?
Juice World.
Juice World was. Juice World was. Rest in peace, young brother. He was a really good freestyler. I give him that. Like he, like not even freestyling. He was good at, like, he can make up a song on the spot with chorus and everything. Like that's how
Yeah.
talented that young brother was.
Yeah.
And I wasn't even a fan of his when he first came out. Like I'm not a fan of his music like that. But when I just seen some of the stuff he was doing behind the scenes and stuff, and like I don't know if you know who ASAP Ferg is, but him and ASAP Ferg was like on a tour bus, freestyling together. And dude is really talented, man. It's a loss. It was a major loss to lose him.
Yeah. Goddamn
No, but I was
drugs.
gonna say, Lil Dicky. I don't know if you know who Lil Dicky is.
Yeah, that white guy, he's okay.
I would listen to Lil Dicky before I listen to Eminem, and he's a dope freestyler. Like off the top, Lil Dicky be
Well,
getting it.
Dicky's okay, yeah.
Lil Dicky is nice.
He's okay. He's 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 okay at best. Okay, for sure. He's all
You're
right.
crazy.
For
Then
sure.
you haven't really listened to Lil Dicky then.
Nah, I've heard Little Dicky. I've heard him. I know who that little guy is. He got some
Little
little
guy.
afro and shit. I know who he is. Huh?
So what have you heard?
Like he's frail. His staff is frail.
What have you heard from Lil Dicky?
I'd rather hear LL. I'd rather listen to LL Cool J freestyle than Little Dicky.
That's how I know you've never heard Lil Dicky freestyle.
Yeah, I've heard. I've seen. I know who he is. He's like a little skinny white guy. He has like a little fro. I know
I
who he
believe
is.
you know who he is. I'm just saying you never heard him freestyle for real.
No, I have. I heard him on the Breakfast Club before. Yeah, he's all right. You're right. I don't think his best day can go against Eminem's worst day. I don't think his pen can go against Eminem's make something up on the spot right now. Basically, if I'm being honest.
That's good that you think that. He definitely can.
Lil Dicky, I like him though. He's all right.
Lil Dicky, what I like about Lil Dicky is he's creative with his freestyle. He's creative with his raps. And not only that, like just his music in general, he makes music that's fun. It's different. You know what I mean? It's not just the everyday shit. Like he made a song called Earth about being good to the planet. He made a song called Save That Money, which is a great fucking lesson to teach people instead of every other song telling you to spend money.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's what I'm saying. Like he has a different approach to rap than the average person. That's one thing
that's fair.
about Lil Dicky.
I like that. Okay, that's fair. Okay,
so who you listening to nowadays?
I just listen to the same people I've been listening to. Like,
you don't listen to nobody new though. Like
I still listen to. Let me see. I like Benny. I listen to Benny the Busher. I listen to 38 Special, especially when I'm going to the gym.
I've never listened to 38 Special. I fucks with Benny the Butcher, West Side Gun, and all them. I like their movement.
Not really so much West Side Gunner. I like Conway though, and I like Benny the Butcher.
I like Conway more. I mean, I like the whole little group though.
Yeah, me too. Yeah, but West Side Gunner, his writing's like, nah, that's just too much. Boom, 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 boom. This is too much talking about drums and killing your own kind constantly. That's all.
I can do that. Yeah, I feel you on that.
I listen to Future.
I'm sorry. I almost threw up. You listen to Future?
Why? Yeah.
Future is horrible. I can't stand Future.
What?
I can't stand Future. His voice.
That's Pluto. That's Pluto.
No, he's not a real planet. He's been downgraded. He's not a real planet.
That's Pluto, Devon.
I know.
Respect on Pluto's name. God damn it.
I just his voice is horrible. I don't know what the fuck he be talking about. All he raps about is doing drugs. He don't even do drugs like that, but he tells all these young kids to do drugs all the time.
Yeah,
I can't.
That's true, Devon.
I ain't gonna lie though. There's like there's like maybe I think 3 songs from Future that I've heard that I like. You know, Mask Off. I do like that. And he had like
Yeah,
another old school song that I like from him. But yeah, other than that, I can't stand Future, bro. Drake, can't
me too.
stand Drake.
I listen
Playboy
to
Cardi. Oh
Drake's
my,
new album, not only the rap parts, not the singing.
young boy, NBA young boy. Why?
I love Young Boy. I don't know what he's talking about. I don't even understand a word he's saying, but I still love him.
Why?
I don't know, some kind of energy. I don't know. I just love him.
I get it.
I heard a couple of his
Whatever
songs, and
spin
I
they
was
put on that
just.
music got to you. Whatever spell they
You
cast
said
on
what?
whatever spell they cast on that music got to you, huh?
Yeah, for sure. Now, I didn't say I'll go out and go to a show or nothing like that. No, but I'm a
No, but
fan from
just sitting at
afar
home
for
vibing
damn
to it.
sure.
Like I can't do it. I can't, little baby. I can't do it.
I only
Can't.
like him when I'm at the gym sometimes, not a whole. You know that first album when he's sitting on the cliff, kind of way that was good.
I don't. I don't know
Yeah,
nothing
his
about
first
like
album.
little baby albums. I've never listened to an album. I don't know what the album covers look like. I don't engage with none of these.
That
With none.
first album,
Like
no, I think his first album,
if you
yeah.
showed me a Drake album and was like name this album, I'd be like I don't know. I don't engage.
Oh, let me get my pen, man. Let me get Blaze one time. Hold on. Get my pen, man.
What you going through over there, bro?
Oh, nothing, but I just had to grab my Duce. There we go. Back at it. What do you think about Kendrick Lamar?
I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I like Kendrick. I've been rocking with Kendrick since Good Kid, Mad City. I'm
Yeah.
a Kendrick, but like so like I'm not like a Kendrick stan like these people are. So I think a lot of people think because I'm not a Drake fan that I'm like this Kendrick fucking stan. I'm not. Like I've only listened to like 3 of his albums. I've never heard The Pimp a Butterfly. I've never heard Section 80. I've never heard what's that one, the one where he's holding his baby and his lady, Mr. Morale and all that. I never heard that album.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I'm a
Yeah.
fan, but I'm not no Karen. Like I don't consume everything that he puts out. You know what I mean?
Right. Let me put my shirt on. Be professional.
But yeah, I fucks with Kendrick. I fucks with J. Cole.
Yeah.
Out of those big 3, those are the only 2 that I fuck with. But
Yeah, I fuck with
I
J.
can't
Cole to a
really
certain
like. I
degree.
like J.
That
Cole. I
nigga's
think
that nigga's beat that nigga's beats though.
I think
J.
he's an
Cole's beats, they don't
incredible,
always be the
talented
best beats.
individual, but I think his music is boring as hell.
Who? J.
J.
Cole's?
Cole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think his music kind of boring. I ain't
Yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah. And I think he's a little scared too. What I mean by that is I don't think he's saying everything he wants to really say in his music. That's
They're
fair.
all scared.
Not
I remember.
everything. No.
Listen, I heard Lil Baby. I heard Lil Baby on this one song. I could
They're
maybe
all
maybe I
scared.
could be off,
I went
but it was. Listen, it was during the time. I think it was like right after George Floyd or something happened, and they had made this song, and Lil Baby had said in this song he was like, I want to say more, but I'm scared. Something to that effect. Don't get me wrong. I'm paraphrasing. But
Yeah.
basically,
I remember that. Yep.
he's saying I want to say more, but basically I can't say more, and I lost respect for him. I can't
That's fair.
nah. You can push ignorance and violence and drugs to our people, but you can't push other shit because you scared. Get the fuck out of here with that. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? That's why I rock with people
He
like
signed those
Absol.
he
Like
signed those contracts.
Absol's the kind of rapper
Nah, he signed
that'll
those
say this
contracts.
shit, huh?
He signed those contracts, brother. He signed
I
those
know.
contracts.
Y'all mentioned the contract, but what I'm saying is, as a man, as a human being, the contracts don't mean shit at the end of the day. Even if you did sign a contract, you didn't know what you were getting into. You can change your mind. You can still do the right thing. Fuck a contract.
They
People,
pulled him into the room.
yeah, I know they have.
Had a sit down
You seen the
had
was
a
it
sit down
Rick
meeting with him.
or what's some white parties that they be
Huh?
at where he be getting hugged up on? I said, what's the white parties he
Yeah.
be at where he be getting hugged up on? Was that Rick Rubin or something like that party?
He he
I
got
already know.
a double Oreo hug. Like he was in the middle. I think it was Kuzman, Kyle Kuzman hugging him from the back and Ruin hugging him from the front, and he's in the middle with some Daisy Dukes on. Like, come on, come on,
showing all his teeth.
come on.
They're happy in the
Yeah,
motherfucker.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure, for a double Oreo reverse cowgirl hug. Are you sick? Are you serious? On camera in public? Nah. Come on, baby.
These people have no
And
shame
then you
anymore.
go by these names
Hey,
too.
but listen though, Lil Baby been
Little
suspect for a minute
thing.
though. He did that. I don't know if you've seen the little
concert he did where he had just got a tattoo on his thigh and he was wearing like cut off shorts and he had that shit looked sus in a mug. And yeah,
They don't even dress themselves anymore. They're stylists, dude. They're told what to do. They're
true.
just billboards.
That's true. That's true. But
They're
that's my point. Though.
billboards and
Like
marketing for
that's my point.
for
As
the
a man,
FDA and prison system. Period.
you can always still be like, no, yeah, I don't agree with this. Find me something else to wear. You know what I mean? Just because they have a stylist or whatever they have, you can always say no. You can always be like, no, I don't. That doesn't go with my fucking personality or whatever. That's what I would do if someone tried to give me something like
You
fucking that looks like a
signed
skirt
you signed the
or
contract
something.
though. You signed the
I
contract.
don't care if I was
You
on a
don't even
contract. I don't care if I was on a contract. If somebody tried to bring me something that went against that would make me feel ashamed to fucking look myself in the mirror, I'm gonna say no.
all right. So we gave you, I don't know, 1.3 million for an advance, right?
I've been
Right.
broke before. I'll be broke
You
again.
took that one,
I've
huh?
been broke before.
Okay,
I've
that's
been
fair.
broke and homeless, my nigga. I'll go back to that.
That's fair.
I'll take
All
that
right, say
over
less
selling
than.
my
All right,
soul
that's fair.
on my life. I will take that over selling my
That's
soul.
fair.
You can sell your soul if you
Yeah, that's
want.
fair. I'm
I'm
not
not.
selling more.
I'm
No,
not.
no, not my soul.
And I
I
don't
don't
care
mind
what
selling my
contract.
time.
That's
You've
what I'm
been.
saying. You still the what matters more than anything is your free will. It's your ability to say,
I'll go with
I'm
that for
going to
sure.
do what the fuck I want to do. That's the beauty
For
of being
sure.
a human being, of being a Homo sapien, is our free will. Something that sets us apart from the rest of the fucking world, from any other creature, is our ability to think, is our ability to do to act on our own will. So even if I sign a contract,
That's what does
and they start having me doing shit
animals change.
that goes against my morality, that goes against my personality, I'm gonna say no, no, this is not what I signed up for. Y'all can have your money back if you want it, whatever the fuck. I'm not that desperate for money. I've been broke before. I've been broke my whole life. I know how to manage being broke. I don't need the money that bad. I know the money don't really mean nothing anyway. It's a facade. It's called a negotiable instrument. It's not even really money. I'm
I
not
go with
worried
that.
about that.
I don't blame you. I don't
And
blame you
that's
at
how they
all.
get them, because everybody's obsessed with money. You know what I mean? And you know how they say
Or,
money's the root of all
or
evil. That's
at
not
the end
true.
of the
It's the
day,
love of money.
it's more so too subconsciously survival, right?
What you mean?
Act of resources, like
Absolutely. Yeah,
access to
yeah, yeah. I
resources.
completely understand that. I completely understand that. Survival, access to resources, and stuff like that. Definitely, definitely.
Who gets who gets access to medical treatment and who doesn't? No, period.
In America,
And
the
then
rich.
we as yeah, for
If you go
sure
to
the
another
rich.
country, everybody
For
gets it.
sure.
But in America, the rich. Yeah.
Speaking of other countries, have you heard about African Americans going to Africa and basically getting extorted, like having to pay more? Like one person was saying that foreigners have to pay more than the locals and natives there, basically,
What's
for
an African
everything.
American? Someone that came from Africa and then became an American?
No, Africans, African Americans moving like to Ghana
That's what I'm saying though. Like
and places
what are you
that.
defining as an African American? Because an African American would be an African who came to America and became an American.
No, I'm saying like African Americans have been going over to Africa, like leaving America. African Americans leaving America, going to Ghana, only to find out that you're getting extorted. Like they don't even see you as brother, basically, or even
Well, that's what I'm saying.
African.
I'm not
Basically,
African
that's what
American.
somebody was
So
saying.
who are you? I'm not an African American. So what are you talking about? African American? You talking about people who came from Africa and then became Americans and then went
No,
back
I'm
over
talking
to
about
Africa?
African. I'm talking about African Americans. African Americans leaving America. Black Americans leaving America, going to Africa, specifically
Oh,
like Ghana and
oh,
Sierra
Black
Leone,
Americans.
and getting like,
So you're
yeah,
talking about Black Americans,
Black Americans, yeah, African Americans, Black Americans, yeah,
not the same thing,
yeah.
but for sure. So what do you mean they're being extorted?
Wait, like you have to pay more. So this one person was saying there's like it's like segregation, locals and foreigners. Foreigners for this you have to pay 50, locals you pay like 30. That's what somebody was saying. Like it's more for foreigners. Like you get extorted basically. This one person was saying an African American or a Black American went to Ghana, got their house built or in the process of building their house, right? And they would buy 10 bags of sand, only get 6. They would use her tools, and then some of the people would steal her tools and sell them, right?
So
Get robbed
how do you know
basically,
that
right?
how do you know that they're targeting specifically Black Americans and not just all Americans? Why? How do you know specifically melanated Americans?
Oh no, I was just making a point of I was making an example how African Americans, a lot of them who left America and went to like Africa, thinking they're gonna have a better experience and be treated fairly. You didn't get treated fairly. You still kind of got extorted on like housing expenses and buying things. You might not get shot down by the police, but you're basically helping stimulate the economy more so than anything. Because in theory, they look at Americans as having money.
Yeah, and we do compared to other countries, we do.
Yeah, they do. Yeah. So it's easy to get extorted, basically.
Let me ask you about diss track.
Hit them up.
Who do you think had the best diss track?
Dolph, 100 shots.
Young Dolph, 100 shots.
Yeah.
I never even heard that.
Yeah, listen to that.
So what's your
sure.
what do you think is the best diss track ever?
You said what's what?
What's the best diss track ever?
I think 100 shots by Dolph, and then hit him up. But I'll go with Ice Cube first, just because he kind of put them out of business. You can't be the nigga for life, crew, when you got a white Jew telling you what to do. Pulling wolves with your scam. Now I gotta play Silence of the Lamb. What a midget who's a punk too. Trying to fuck me, but I'd rather fuck you, Eric White.
I'm gonna
Always up to
argue though
something.
that song didn't put him out of business. It was the departure of Ice Cube that put them out of business because Ice Cube was their voice.
That for that's the nail in the coffin for
Dr. J
damn
was their
sure.
sound, and Ice Cube was their voice. So once Ice Cube left, they
For
lost their
sure.
voice. Yeah.
For sure. No, they still no. They still had DLC. I don't give a fuck about the accident. He could still write. Period. It's still had DLC.
Man, he's not Ice Cube. DLC is dope, but for what they needed, Ice Cube brought them that. DLC's from Texas. Ice Cube is from Compton. It's South Central or whatever. So he can speak to their experience.
DLC's from Texas.
DLC can really speak to their experience. They still had Ren, MC Ren, I think was writing too, but MC Ren not quite as articulate as Ice Cube.
Nowhere near.
MC Ren was dope though for his own right. Like when MC Ren like rapped his own lyrics, he was dope. But I don't think he was very good at writing for other people.
Yeah. No.
But for me personally, it's always gonna be Hit 'Em Up. Hit 'Em Up is the most scathing as well as well-produced and energetic diss track that I think exists. I think that there are more diss tracks out there, but just in the totality, I have to give it to Hit 'Em Up. Now, I know a lot of people argue for Ice Cube, No Vaseline, they're going to be like, oh, well,
for sure.
Ice Cube did it by himself, and then Tupac got the Outlaws on there, right? So a couple things. Like I said, when it came to Ice Cube, No Vaseline, I don't think it was a song that really destroyed NWA. It was the departure of Ice Cube. But secondly, when you listen to Hit 'Em Up, who listens to Hit 'Em Up for any other verse besides Tupac? Like, do you even remember any of the other verses? What did Napoleon say on that album? What did Idi Amin say on that album?
I don't remember, to be honest.
Who knows? But when people go Hit 'Em Up, what they say? First off, fuck your bitch, and you claim.
First off, fuck your
make
bitch.
Sure all your kids don't grow. All kind of shit. Everything that's quoted from that song is from Tupac. So it doesn't matter that he got other people on there. Matter of fact, Pac did some gangster shit and was hey, I'm too nice for you anyway. MC. That's why he put other people on. He's like, I'm too nice for you. I'm just gonna give you this one little verse because that's all you're good for. And I'm gonna let the little homies ride on you. You know what I mean? Like that shit was more gangster than me, but that's just me. I'm a little biased. So
no, Hit 'Em Up. And I was with Hit 'Em Up until Dolph made 100 shots, and that everything he said actually really happened.
I'm gonna listen to that tonight. Next time we have the discussion, I'll tell you what I think. But a lot of other diss tracks though that we could talk about though. Of course, we got to talk about. So we got to talk about the whole slew of diss tracks between Kendrick Lamar and Drake, right? Because it wasn't just one. It was a whole slew of diss tracks. We had Euphoria. We had 21 push up or 50 push-ups or whatever, 21 push-ups. 6 a.m. in LA or whatever that was. Yeah, the little freestyle that Drake did where he had Snoop and Tupac on the AI, that corny shit he did. Then of course you have
I didn't hear that.
Not Like Us. What's that? Meet the Grams.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say this: as far as like Kendrick's diss tracks, because I don't even think we need to worry about Drake's diss tracks. They were not relevant except for like Family Matters. I think that's the only one that I really like.
Yeah.
But other than that, they was all kind of whack to me. But to me, the best diss track out of those from Kendrick was Euphoria. Euphoria, honestly, to me, Euphoria has an argument to be the best diss track ever. Just the way that he breaks it down, right? Like he broke down how the whole beef was gonna go. He broke down what Drake was gonna do, like to a T. You've never seen anything like that. Like this nigga was pretty much a Nostradamus on the mic.
Let me go ahead and listen to that over again. I don't think I
Euphoria,
might have heard Euphoria. I don't know. Sure. Yeah.
yeah, bro, Euphoria is my shit, and it was dope the way he changed the beat up. All the little beat switches that they did. I love, especially like because I don't know if you ever heard the game. What's that? 400 miles and running or something like that. 100 miles and running.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
he does G Unit on like 8 different beats. But that shit is dope. Not to mention, speaking of the game, he got this one diss track that he did on Meek Mill that I think doesn't get enough respect. I forgot the name of it though. Something about him being a rat or something like that. I think it was like rat.
He took that one Meek
You heard it?
Millie, Rap Millie. Yeah. Ooh, he took that
He
one
took
light
the
skinned gay
Young and
girl's
Maybe.
Young and Maybe. There you go,
He took
yo.
that Young and Maybe. Yeah, that shit go.
Yo.
That shit go.
Yo.
Yeah, the game is
Game
talented,
is
bro.
a
I mean,
good tap. He's a good rapper, but make a hit, a Billboard Top 100 song? Nope.
who? The game? He's done it. He's done it plenty of times. What do you mean?
Good. No. He's never made a Billboard 100 song.
Yes, he has. What do you mean?
Wait. Lord, one blood. Okay, maybe that song.
That one, the one he did where he yelled out Karuchi's name, him and Jeremiah, the shit he did with Kanye West. What are you talking about?
Okay, yeah, Games has a good. Yeah, okay, that's fair. But usually he's not on a hook himself. That's what I'm saying. Like he can't make a top Billboard 100 song by himself with him on the hook.
How many people really do though? How many really make a song, hot 100 song by themselves?
Dear Mama. No, but he has somebody in the hook too. Okay, hold on, Drake.
You definitely can't say
Let me see
by
who
themselves with
else.
Drake. Seriously?
Devin, you're gonna say ghostwriting. I'm gonna say fine, that's fair. But I'm talking about just like sonically, lyrics
But that's not
and
by. But
hooks.
you said
He
by
does that.
themselves. If you have a ghostwriter, that's not by yourself. What do you mean?
He's still delivering the hooks and the lyrics, though. That's my
Well then,
point. I don't care if
so
you get somebody to write a hook for him.
so is Game. So is anybody else that we're talking about. That's what I'm saying. You can't get to Drake and they be like, well, it's different with him. You got to give that same respect to
No, but I'm
everybody
saying
else.
though, like, yeah, even if he has a ghostwriter, he still does the lyrics and he still does the hook, right? That makes it a Billboard song. So I'm saying Games never did a top Billboard song by himself.
Yeah, but what? How do you say that though? How do you say yes? He has.
What song?
I just named him.
Yeah, but he had Kanye West on that one on the beat. Was he on the hook? I can't remember. No, he wasn't on the hook.
Drake has an anonymous writer, but it's still someone else. Like I don't get what you're saying.
What I'm saying is when Game had his biggest songs, right? He had help from 50 Cent, right? He never really had a Billboard song by himself. Go Shorty, it's your birthday, we're gonna party. 50 did that by himself. He did the hook and the rap. That's what I mean. A Billboard song. It's your birthday.
Okay, but you said it doesn't matter for Drake if Drake didn't do it by himself.
He had a ghostwriter, that's fair, but he still did the hook
Then
and the
he didn't do
song.
it by himself.
You know what I mean?
Then he didn't do it by himself. I don't get what you're saying, bro. I don't get it. I'm totally lost.
He rapped it and he had a hook. He did the hook by himself, did the rap by himself. Even if he had a ghostwriter, fine. Okay, he had a ghostwriter. But on the track, he still delivered the rap and the hook.
Okay.
I don't care where the lyrics come from. I don't care who wrote it. I don't care. Fine. But I'm saying when this hot like bling.
But that's help.
You can only do Be my love. I know when the phone rings, that can only mean one thing. I know when the hotline blings. Like, okay, like that.
That's help. He got
Lauren
help for all.
Hill, If I Ruled the World.
So when you say he worked with Kanye West, okay, I see what you're saying.
Like he had like help on the hook. Like he had help. Like he's never done the song by himself. Like with the hook. LL Cool J does the hook and does the song. I mean the lyrics, raps.
What song is on a Hot 100 that LL Cool J did by itself? I guess Mama Gonna Knock
I
You Out.
can't really think of one right now off the top of my head. No, I
Mama
can't
Gonna
think of
Knock You
one.
Out. Mama Gonna Knock You Out.
Mama will knock you out. Oh, there you go. Yep. Yep. Let me see who else.
But then that's kind of unfair for you to say because
Look,
like
Too Short, Blow the Whistle. That wasn't the best song, but the beat, that was a hit because of the EA Sports picked that up and that just promoted it even more so. Blow the Whistle. And I would say that was more so through the video games, not necessarily a Billboard Top 100 song. No.
that's what's up.
Yeah, Mama Said Knock You, I did it by himself. Let's see. Even Keep Your Head Up, he had somebody in the hook.
So let me ask you this. All right. So even if he like say on this song that he did with Jeremiah, if Game is the one that wrote all the lyrics and had Jeremiah singing it, does that not count as him doing it himself? Because he's not a singer. So of course he's gonna get help from an actual singer. But if he did all if he did all the writing, he came up with the concept of the song, did all writing. That's pretty much him doing it himself. But he has to get some help because he can't sing. That's not his fault.
No, that's fair too. Right. It's called collaborating. Right. You got to collab. That makes sense. Now, I was just thinking like very few people can do a Billboard 100 song by themselves. Usually they do have help.
That's what I was saying.
50
That's
with
exactly what I
It's
was
Your
saying.
Birthday. Yeah.
That's exactly what I was saying.
Yeah. Yeah. You usually need help. Yeah. 50 did it by himself, but It's Your Birthday. And I think that was his biggest song.
But yeah. Anyway, bro, let me get to this last topic because I gotta head out. But I'm gonna ask you, do you believe that dinosaurs ever really existed?
Yeah.
Why?
The shark.
What about the shark?
The shark is like it's beyond old. It's like over 4 million years. It's over 4 million years old.
How do you know the shark is over 4 million years old?
Just let me okay. According to research, according to Google, according to anthropology, according to the scientists, they say give or take. I think a turtle is a dinosaur.
But so let me ask you this:
I think the ant's been around since dinosaurs. Yeah.
So when you say according to science and stuff, and I guess you're talking about like radiocarbon dating, right? That's the only way that they can kind of
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if you're aware of this, but carbon dating is only good for up to 40. They can only tell how old something is up to 40,000 years using carbon dating.
I can go with that's fair. That's fair.
So then there's no way that they can say that something is over a million something years old. They can never. There's no way that they can say that because the technology that they have, it doesn't.
That's why they're just like ballparking it. That's fair.
Exactly. Yeah, it's a hypothesis.
It's ballparking.
It's ballparking it, which means it's total bullshit. Now, I personally don't think that dinosaurs ever existed for a lot of reasons. Now, what first ever brought this to my attention was I heard someone say on a documentary, they were saying that all of the skeletons that you find in museums, like 95% of them are not made with actual dinosaur bones, right? And so got me kind of looking into it a little further. And there's more evidence that supports that the idea of dinosaurs is more of a presupposition than actual fact. And by that, presupposition just basically means that it's a philosophical term that means like you create the evidence based off an assumed premise, right? So you come up with an idea and then you find the evidence, and that's what they did with dinosaurs. Because the idea of dinosaurs, if you look at history, right, the mission of dinosaurs didn't exist until the 18 to 1900s. I think 1842. There was this gentleman named Sir, I forgot his name. But he posited the idea of dinosaurs. And then 12 years later is when they found the first dinosaur bone. So how they came up with the idea of dinosaurs and then found this long bone and called it a dinosaur bone. But they've never found a full dinosaur skeleton in real life. They've never found a full put together ribs, spine, head. They've never even found a dinosaur head. The only thing they've ever found is big, long bones that they call like thigh bones and shit and say those are dinosaur bones. But there's no way that they can prove that those are dinosaur bones, right?
That's fair.
If you look on Egyptian hieroglyphs, there's no mention of dinosaurs. If you go into history, they don't ever talk about dinosaurs. There's no mention of dinosaurs. Why not?
There is over 200 tablets written on stone in Peru with humans basically interact, coexisting, living with dinosaurs. How underground in theory, period.
You're gonna have to show me that.
And why do I believe there's dinosaurs? Because okay, you could just when you get a chance, Google 100 shots Dolph, and then Google dinosaur tablets in Peru. It's like the NASA, Peru. They have over 200 tablets of like dinosaurs and bigger, larger animals, right?
Okay, so say
Let's
that
see
that's
what
true.
else
And
is like
I'm not saying that there
an
weren't large
elephant.
animals back
An
then, because
elephant.
there's elephants, there's giraffes, there's large animals, bison, fucking
Yeah, I think a giraffe.
hippopotamus.
I think a giraffe is a form of dinosaur. A
Okay.
hippopotamus for sure. Why not? A giraffe, a shark, alligator for damn sure, turtle for damn sure.
There's no mention of dinosaurs in the but that's what I'm trying to say. There's no scientific proof of dinosaurs. They've never found a dinosaur bone or
That's
skeleton.
fair.
The Bible doesn't mention dinosaurs.
The Bible mentions the Bible. I think they called them dragons.
That's my point. So throughout history, there's
I could
been
be
mention of
wrong.
dragons. Hold on. Throughout history, there have been
Yeah,
mentions of dragons, but not dinosaurs. Now, dragons are something different. Dragons are flying serpents that breathe fire. It's not a dinosaur.
it's still
You
a
can't
form
get the
of a
two.
dinosaur. It's a large mammal.
But you're being kind of reductive now, because that's just a form. It's not. It's a dragon is a flying serpent that breathes fire.
That's fair, but it's very large in theory. It's very big when it flaps out its wings or doesn't flap out its wings. In theory, it's humongous. That's
So
a dinosaur. Dinosaurs are big for the most
most
part.
dragons don't have wings. They're able to fly just without wings.
Okay, that's fair. And I still look at a dinosaur as a
But
form of like
but
almost like a dinosaur.
a
It's like
dragon
huge.
and a dinosaur, just because you say you see them the same doesn't mean that they're the same.
No, that's fair. Because
Say it again.
no, the reason why I think dinosaurs could exist because God can create anything through like basically mathematics and DNA and science. That's why I believe dinosaurs existed. Because if a shark
Oh,
can exist,
absolutely
like
agree
in
that
the
God can create anything, but does that mean that He creates anything? Just because He can create anything, does that mean He creates anything? So that means
no, everything has purpose. But
so then, do you believe that every creature that has ever been mentioned is real? Do you believe the chupacabra is real?
you said what?
Do you believe the chupacabra is real? Do you believe Bigfoot's real?
It's a possibility. If a gorilla can
Do you
be
believe the Loch
real
Ness monster is
and
real?
no human, if a whale can be real, if a whale can be real, I believe a Loch Ness monster can be real for sure.
That's
For
very true.
sure.
I do agree.
And this
I agree with
whale,
you. I
and
agree
this
with you.
whale
But
only eats plankton, by the way, too.
let me ask you. You've actually seen a whale, though, right? You've actually seen a whale.
I went to SeaWorld before as a kid and seen Shamu. So yeah, I've seen a whale before
So
in real
yes, you've
life.
seen
Yeah,
a whale.
at SeaWorld for sure. Yeah.
You've never seen a Loch Ness monster.
You've never seen air either. And you've never seen air, you've never seen molecules, you've never seen atoms, you've never seen electrons, you've never seen protons, you've never seen
Yes, you have.
neurons.
Yeah, you have seen those. You have microscopes. You can actually see those. Air. You
Yeah,
can see the
not with the naked
air.
eye.
Not with the naked eye, no. But you can see those. You can go find
No.
proof of that. Air, you know it exists
Yeah,
because you
that's fair.
breathe it.
Yeah.
You can see the effects of air. When
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
something gets blown away, you know that it's air. You can see the effects of it. So just because you can't see it doesn't mean that
Because
you can't prove that it doesn't
you
exist.
can't
You-
we don't know how deep we don't know how deep the ocean is. So anything could be existing down there. How do you know? You've never been to the bottom.
Very true,
Nobody
very true.
knows,
But we got
right?
to stop with all this.
The
We got to
only
stop with
the
all this
only the only
deep.
things that can go the only things that can go to the bottom of the ocean are ships, UFOs. How? I don't know.
Very true.
Some
Very
kind of
true.
anti-gravity
But
device. I don't know.
what I'm saying is, yeah, there's a possibility for all these things. I do agree, but with absence of evidence, we can't assume that they're real. And there's more evidence to show that they're not real than there is to show that they are.
I believe that there was a flood that wiped out maybe if there was dinosaurs. I believe there was a flood. Why do I believe there was a flood at one time? Because Chicago right
Wait,
now is only 500.
wait. So if there was a flood that
You said
wiped
what?
out dinosaurs, was there human life at the same time that existed at the same time as dinosaurs? Which you said there was because of the Peru tablets, right? Then how come it didn't wipe out all other
I
life?
believe so. Yeah.
How come dinosaurs are the only
Don't get
creatures that were wiped out? And not to mention,
don't
how
get
could
me to
how,
lie, Devon.
how could the dinosaurs get wiped out when they're bigger, more massive creatures than human beings, but human beings didn't get wiped out? That doesn't make sense.
Maybe humans were smarter. Maybe they had a different technology, like living underground. Maybe I don't know, but I just believe dinosaurs possibly could have existed. Turtles
I'm
get
gonna call you. I'm
humongous.
gonna call you a
Turtles
maybe
live to be
baby.
200. Turtles live to be 200 years old, 300 years old. That's like ancient. That's like dinosaurs.
Humans used to live to be 500 years old.
I can go with that for sure. I just believe everything was bigger at one time. I believe the planet was way different. Atmosphere was way different. I believe people could coexist with bigger animals for sure.
So what shrunk? What shrunk
I believe.
existed?
You said
If
what?
things were bigger, so you assume because that's been a big thing. People have been saying like Adam and Eve were giants, or at least like 3-4 feet bigger than we are. That's been a hypothesis for a minute now. But my question is, what happened? Why? What was the change? What would have made it so that we stopped growing so big?
Don't get me the line. I think something happened to the atmosphere. I don't know, something happened with the atmosphere. Some kind of war. I don't know for sure. I can't prove that. And I think some kind of
So
war
so
happened. And I think that's how we just started to fall from
So
grace.
that confuses me, Kabir, because so like
I,
whenever I come up with an idea, I have to figure out what brought me to that idea, right? So what brought you to that idea
yeah.
that people used to be bigger if you have no idea of what could have made the change?
Well,
What makes you think?
what makes you think that? It's like, well, I mean, when we look at just tall players today, just the Shaquille O'Neal's, just the Embiid's, just in general. So I believe people were bigger, just in general. Already, we know that short is a mutation, right?
No, so that doesn't make sense. So you're going based off of one or two, like a few anomalies, right? Because you're talking about Shaq and those big guys. That's not the average height of people. Those
Yeah,
are anomalies, right? So why would you look at them and
yeah.
say, oh, that's what we used to be, if they're anomalies?
No, I'm just saying. And I just think people in general were bigger. Just like in Sudan, people are just
Kabir,
taller. I think living next to the
Kabir,
equator,
I
you're
know
just
that you
taller.
I know that you
Yeah.
think this. My question is, what stimulus came into your life that led you to believe that?
That people were bigger.
Yeah.
Um, just the temples, the pyramids, the temples, a lot of the statues, right? Even the statues they were like colossus, even the drawings on the wall, even the people of today right now, the Neolithic now Valley people, they're taller, they're leaner, right?
So let me ask you, around what time period do you think it changed? Because I know that in school the earliest history that they teach us is the Roman and Greek empires, right? Well, they I remember they started us off with the Roman Empire, but then they kind of alluded to the fact that there was a Greek empire before that. But do you think that the ancient Romans and Greeks and the ancient Egyptians were giants, or was it a time before a time before the flood, or when do you think the whole change came?
I think like maybe like after the flood for whatever reason. And the reason why I do believe in the flood is because right now Chicago is only 580 feet above sea level. That's it. If it
Well,
rains
no,
tonight,
the
they're
flood, the flood's
flooded.
not
Period.
the flood's really not in question. That's a historical fact all over the world. There's so much evidence of at
Yeah.
least one deluge that's not even in question.
Yeah.
But as far as
Yeah.
like civilization before and after and how things came back into uh, existence, that's all a mystery.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I think it was some kind of like loss of technology. I think some kind of flood. I
I
think
definitely
when it
believe
was just
we
us
lost a
on
lot
the
of
planet.
knowledge and technology
Right. For sure. Yeah.
before the flood.
Yeah.
Even in the
Yeah.
subsequent years since the flood, through war and destruction, we've
Yeah.
lost a lot of knowledge and technology. The Library of Alexandria, that was a major loss. Imagine how much knowledge
Yeah.
and spiritual
Yeah.
fucking awakening we could have had.
And still this day, they still got a lot of our books.
Yeah, in the
They
Vatican,
still got a lot of our things in the battlefield.
in
Yeah.
archives. Yeah.
And the reason why I believe people were taller too was because in theory, you weren't getting pesticides sprayed on your food. You were eating real food. Period. Sunlight and water. Period. like real vegetables. There was no smog. There was no pollution. There was a time when this planet was completely like godly. And I believe we came to this planet, the ancients, like they came here, like from the ship, looked, picked the best spot on this planet, the hottest place, right next to the best real estate on purpose, right next to the Nile Valley on purpose.
Yeah,
In
that was a
Africa,
theory of
like I
mine.
picked that spot.
That's been a theory of mine that we came to this planet, or I honestly believe that there could be multiple different alien species. Like we can be multiple different alien species that are here.
And I think that as Black people, we got the best genetics in the cosmos too. I think we have the best genetics in the cosmos.
In the
Why?
cosmos,
Because we
that
moved
means
around. Yeah, in the whole
all
cosmos,
of
the
all the
whole
stars.
entire, all of them. Period. I don't think any of them have anything on us. I don't think any of them can survive the beast. I don't think no other species in the cosmos can survive the beast of
The
slavery,
beast.
Trail of Tears. Yeah, the slavery, the Trail of Tears, the crack, the
But you're
vaccines, the
going you're
chips, the
going based off of
cookies.
just earthly experiences. We're talking about other planets. You're talking about other. You said the cosmos.
Yeah,
So how do you know?
and
How do you
that's what I'm
know
saying,
that?
right? I don't think
How do you know that on another planet they didn't go through something more horrific?
I don't think I don't think anybody in the cosmos has went through what we went through as far
I
as
know
trying to
Kabir.
extinct.
You always kind of just say the same thing. My question is, how do you like? Why do you not think that another planet could have gone through something more horrific?
I'm not saying that they couldn't happen for sure. Why not? But I just don't think that no other species in the cosmos has went through what we have went through or anything more horrific than what we went through.
I know you
Like
keep
we've been
saying that you
fighting in
Kabir.
war.
You keep saying that you don't think anyone has gone through what we've went through. But my question is, for one, we don't
Yeah,
even know.
like historically.
We don't
Like
even
historically.
know. But you said the cosmos, so we're talking about other planets, not
Yeah,
just Earth.
I was just saying the cosmos.
So we're
Earth,
talking
that's
about.
too easy. That's a hands down. The Jews were only enslaved for 4 years. They
But that's
didn't.
my point.
Nobody
That's
else
my
was
point,
even.
though. You have no idea what life would be like on another planet, but you're already making all these assumptions that we're more superior based off of what are you basing this off of? That's my question though. You're saying you think that we have the strongest genes, and we've been
The
through the
pyramids
most,
alone.
huh?
Yeah, I think we have the best genes in the whole wide cosmos, and there's pyramids on every single planet.
No, there's not.
There's a great pyramid on every single planet.
No, there's not.
I believe there is. I believe so. I believe there's a pyramid on every single planet. There's a
Why do
pyramid.
you
There's
believe that?
pyramids on Mars.
Why do you believe that?
Because I think this is just a theory, but I believe that
You have planets that are made
pyramid
of like
building
mostly
is a
water. You have planets that are made of mostly gas. Like, why do you believe that there are pyramids
yeah,
on every single
yeah.
planet?
No, that's why I said that's why I said a theory. That's why I said a theory. I think there's pyramids on every planet. Why? Because I think the pyramid building was a
So,
galactic
Kabir,
planet culture. Yeah,
Kabir, you make a lot of
I
claims.
think it was a culture, not just one
No,
on one
listen to me.
planet. Huh?
Listen to me. You make a lot of claims, right? You make a lot of statements. My question is always,
Theory.
how do you
Yeah.
come to these conclusions? I like to know your frame of thinking, so I can get there too. So I like to know, but whenever I ask you, why do you think that? All you do is
Okay.
just keep telling me that you think that. I know that you think that, but
Okay.
I need you
Well.
to tell me
All right.
why you think that.
All right. I
What
think
in
that.
your life, what experiences did you experience to make you come up to that conclusion? That's my point. What information did you get? Where are you getting these
Okay.
ideas from? Or are you just pulling them out your ass?
Okay. Well. Okay. The reason why I think that is because of the massive size of the pyramids alone, right? And I think it took 2.3 million blocks. And those blocks, nobody knows where they come from. They don't see any like drag marks or anything, right? Some kind of like, in theory, levitation device, in theory, right? And the reason why I think the pyramids are on every single planet is because you can see the pyramids in on the Earth from space, and the airports, the ancient airports that are carved out of animals in Peru, you can only see those from space too.
The Nazca lines or whatever.
Yeah, those pyramids and those um airports are so old they can't even be carbon dated.
Yeah, you can't see those from space
So
though.
that
The Nazca lines, you can't see those from space.
no, the pyramids you can see from space. The Nazca lines, you don't know it's a airport unless you're looking from above. You can't like be down on the ground to see it. You have to be from above to see it. Those in Peru, all those airports, you have to be from above to see it. You can't like be on the ground to see it.
And you don't
You
know for
won't
sure.
know what it is.
Based off of what you see, you're hypothesizing
No,
that
I'm just no, I'm just going off of what's that one writer? What's his name? Von Dinken, Eric, I think his name is.
Eric Von
So I
Daniken.
believe him to be a credible Eric Von Daniken. Yeah, I believe him to be a credible source, and I believe Billy Carson to be a credible source. So even if I didn't go there, I'm believing in those authors that I've read to be giving, what do you call that, validity or validation through academia. And nobody knows
So
how the pyramids are built, even in Mexico.
I read Chariots of the God
So that's
by
why I
Eric
believe
Von
that.
Daniken. I've listened to some of Billy Carson's theories. From my research, I've seen that the theories in Eric Von Daniken's books have been debunked. And as far as Billy Carson, I don't know. To me, he seems more like a just like a talking head. I don't.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
But that's cool.
Always always trying to sell something, some kind of courses in something. That's fair.
That's cool though. I understand. I like Chariots of the God when you talked about the Apis bull and all that, and the worship of the bull in Egypt and all that. But
Yeah.
yeah, you know, it's just I want to be careful because we like to look at things like they're fact when we don't really have the evidence to prove that things are fact,
Fair
but we like
enough.
to think they're fact anyway, and we can get into trouble doing that kind of stuff. So I just want to be
That's
careful.
fair. And if somebody does have better genetics than us, where are they at, and where's their music? So, for example, they say Homo erectus was a real thing, the hairy ape man that lived in Africa. I believe that's a made up theory. How could somebody with like hair, like an ape man, live under the Sahara Desert? There's no Sudanese
Well,
people with hair even on their arms.
well, I mean that's not so. In the Sahara Desert, are there any species that have hair or fur?
I just don't believe that was like the Homo erectus.
No, that's my
I just don't
question.
believe that was a real
Is there
thing.
is
It's
there
like,
any species
yeah,
in those areas that have fur or hair on them?
I not that I can think of. Maybe some monkeys, yeah, but even the
Okay, so
monkeys,
we'll just say
after a
monkeys.
while, what do? Yeah,
So how do they survive?
they hide for shade.
So then maybe the
Huh?
Neanderthals did. Maybe Homo erectus did.
That's fair. I just don't. Where's their bones at? Where's their music at? Where's their culture at? Where's their language at?
But
Where's their hospitals at?
when I bring that up for the dinosaurs, you ain't got nothing to say. Where's the dinosaur bones at? They don't. There's no dinosaur skeletons. However, you still believe in dinosaurs, but you can't. But there's no Neanderthal
I just,
bones.
I just believe
But
things
you
were.
don't believe in that.
I just believe things were bigger.
I'm just saying though.
Not. I
Like,
just believe things
do
were.
you see
I
my
just believe
point though?
things
Do you
were
see my
bigger.
point? I brought up the fact that
Yeah.
they don't have any dinosaur bones. They've never found any real dinosaur bones, but you still believe in dinosaurs. But you just brought up the fact that they don't
I
have
know.
any.
I just because I believe things. I believe things were big. I
No.
believe
Listen
things
though.
were bigger back then.
But
So that's
listen. But then when you
yeah.
said about Homo erectus, you said there's no bones, so you don't believe it. That's what I'm saying. It's the same argument, but you believe one but don't believe the other. Why is that?
I because I believe that things were just bigger. So that's why I believe dinosaurs exist. And when I think of dinosaurs, I think of
I
things as
believe.
just like
Listen,
being bigger.
I believe things were bigger too. That doesn't mean that dinosaurs exist.
I automatically think if it's. I automatically think it's almost like a. I think like a
And
shark is like a
and
dinosaur.
speaking of things being bigger, Homo erectus were bigger than Homo sapiens. They were a bigger species.
Yeah.
So why don't
Yeah.
that's my point though.
I believe that.
You don't believe that Homo erectus existed, but you believe in dinosaurs. But Homo erectus was a bigger species,
No, I just believe that. I just believe that the animals were bigger. I'm not
but
saying
you don't
that
believe
dinosaurs were true. Huh?
but you don't believe humans were bigger.
No, I definitely believe humans were bigger. Yeah, for sure humans were bigger. Yeah. I don't really necessarily believe the Homo erectus kind of ape man because I believe they wrote that into history to justify slavery and calling us two-thirds human. That's why I think that. Because there was a theory at one time, all the Oxford and all the top Western Ivy League colleges were saying that we're inferior because of our cranial size skulls, right? Our cranial, and that we are two-thirds human and comes from monkeys, like the whole evolution thing. So I always believed that that Homo erectus thing was to
But Kabir,
justify
from my understanding,
slavery.
that Homo erectus and Neanderthal, they have more genetics in common with Caucasians than with us. So I think part of
I don't
what
know.
your I think part of what your rejection of the Homo erectus claim is because of the negative connotation that they put with it, and it being with I guess a descendant or an ancestor
Where's
of
their
black men.
where's the I'm not saying that it's not a possibility. I'm just saying that where's the where's the writing on the wall?
No,
Where's your
did you hear
temple?
what
Where's your
did you hear
pyramid?
what I
Where's your
said?
music?
Did you hear what I said, Kabir?
No, I couldn't. No, I couldn't. You said no. I couldn't hear what you said. It broke up. I didn't hear what you said.
So I was basically saying that it seems that like your biggest issue with the whole Homo erectus claim is that they were pretty much using that to down black people and say that we're descendants of them, which makes us inferior, right?
And that was a justification for slavery, right? Right.
Right. So from my
Right.
research
Like
and
the
my
justification.
understanding is what I said was that Homo erectus or the Neanderthal or Cro-Magnon man is more
Yeah.
genetically aligned with Caucasians and their species than it is with black men.
I can go, that's fair. I can go with that. I I can go with that. Any kind of Neanderthal or Cro-Magnon man, uncivilized, maybe not walking upright, for sure I can buy that. Definitely. I just don't where's the temples? Where's the music? Where's the paintings? Where's some kind of carving dating? Where's some kind of proof?
But that's my point,
Something.
Kabir.
I believe dinosaurs.
You keep saying that there's no proof for dinosaurs, but you believe in that. But you want proof for Homo
No, no, I'm
erectus.
saying that dinosaurs. I'm saying that the animals were bigger back then. That's what I'm saying. And that's what leans me towards believing that yes, there probably could have been dinosaurs, only because the animals were bigger back then. I believe that. I do. I believe fish were bigger too. I believe things were just bigger. The air was better. The food was better. I believe things were bigger. Maybe not use the word dinosaur per se, but everything has an ancestor.
So when you say bigger, how much bigger?
I mean, look how big whales are. Bigger than that. Bigger than whales. That's bigger than a killer whale. Bigger than that. Like bigger. Bigger sharks. Bigger turtles. Bigger birds. Bigger. And then something happened. Some kind of flood. Something happened.
Would you prefer that things were bigger? Would you prefer would you want to be like a bigger person? Would you want to be like 10 feet tall, 20 feet tall?
How would you know any different? Like, I wouldn't, I wouldn't, I want to be bigger. I don't think about that. Like I don't think about that. But if I could be bigger, if you ask me, taller, I,
No,
I
no.
mean,
Like just like would you want the world to be bigger? Like you know what I mean? Like not you personally, but would you want us as a human being?
okay. I mean, I never. Why not? I mean, I guess I wanted to be how it's supposed to naturally be by the creator. So I guess if things were supposed to be bigger, yeah, sure, why not? I just believe things were like bigger. Fish were bigger. Sharks were way bigger. Gorillas were bigger. I think like they're already super strong. They're already at least like 6'2". I believe they were bigger than that at one time, like 7 feet maybe. Like the Sasquatch maybe even like that even just like bigger. We've seen big turtles before.
Yeah, turtles can get huge as fuck.
Yeah. You've seen a grizzly bear. So imagine one like just a little like just bigger.
I can imagine it. I just don't.
Like,
To me, I don't
yeah,
see any like evidence as to it was supposed to be bigger or it used to be bigger. I do understand though
that's
as far
fair.
as like when you say the temples, I do notice like on a lot of temple doors, um, in like ancient worlds, the doors are huge. Like it's like they're
It's
huge. Like you can't
huge.
even a regular person couldn't even open that shit by themselves. Like huge doors.
You're
So
not strong enough to pry this open even.
so I can believe that. I can believe that. It's just for me, I need evidence to go along with hypothesis. You know what I mean? Like I believe that a lot of things that you're saying are true, or I can get down with them. However, I always just try to make sure that I'm not getting too gone whimsically. You know what I mean? In and things that aren't provable. You know what I'm talking about? Anyway, that's all we got for you today, man. Thanks for joining Locked and Loaded. Like always, go ahead and like, subscribe, and all that good shit. I don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna get this shit together. This is a new show we doing, so just stick with us, man. We're gonna get our shit together, and we'll be back
For
with some more
sure.
next week. All right.